The countryside of Gavardon grew colder as the autumn days shortened, but the villagers found no comfort in the season's beauty. Instead of gathering by fires and sharing tales of harvest, they whispered about the beast. By now, the deaths had piled up into the dozens, each story bloodier than the last, each witness account more terrifying. The people spoke of glowing eyes in the tree line, of low growls that carried through the mist, and of shapes moving just beyond the reach of lanterns. Fear was no longer occasional. It was constant, like a shadow that clung to every home. Hunters had already been sent, soldiers too. Muskets cracked in the night, but no body was ever dragged back to the village square. Those who swore they had shot the beast insisted they saw it stagger or fall, only for it to rise again and vanish into the forest. To the villagers, it seemed less like an animal and more like a curse, something born of darkness itself. Mothers forbade their children from wandering beyond the fields. Men walked to church in groups, weapons clutched tightly, glancing behind them as though death might be waiting just a step away. In the 7th month of the Terror, a boy named Jacques was taken. He had been tending sheep not far from the path home when the sound of snapping twigs startled him. Witnesses said he screamed only once before the trees seemed to swallow him whole. When the men found what remained of him, silence fell over the village for days. No one could speak of the scene without trembling. The brutality was too great, the image too horrifying. Priests declared it the work of the devil. Some even claimed the beast was a demon in disguise, feeding on sin and fear alike. Still, there were those determined to fight. Groups of peasants gathered, armed with scythes, pitchforks, and whatever crude weapons they could fashion. They combed through the forest, lanterns swinging wildly, hearts racing at every sound. Yet again they returned empty. Some never returned at all. Each failure drove the sense of helplessness deeper. Each disappearance fed the legend. It was during one of these hunts that something chilling was discovered. A trail of blood, not from an animal but from a man. One of the hunters had been dragged away, his musket splintered, his hat torn, his body never found. The forest gave no answers, only silence, broken now and then by the faint echo of something growling in the distance. By now Gavardon was drowning in dread. The people prayed. They locked their doors. They burned candles through the night. But still they could not escape the knowledge that the beast was out there, watching, waiting. Every step into the dark carried the weight of doom. And the longer the terror lasted, the more it seemed as though the beast would never be caught, as if it belonged not to this world but to the shadows themselves.